8 o'clock. Are you ready to? Well, no, wait a minute. You can't say that.
Is that copyrighted
It's
or
trademarked.
trademarked?
It's trademarked. So we got to say
Oh,
something like, "Are you prepared to do battle?" Not quite as effective.
no, not really.
Are you prepared to do battle?
That's
What's up,
funny.
Palmetto? No, you were not first, Big Bear. According to the
At least on our end, you're not
on
first.
our end, Captain's log says Palmetto Paratrooper is winning.
I love how she calls you whippersnapper.
How you guys doing?
Oh my goodness.
You weren't even second, BB. What?
Well, yeah, he was.
Well, on our side, he was second.
Yep.
So Civic the Circus, hey guys.
Hey everybody.
Hey, and by the way, thank you for sending us that property suggestion. What a killer deal.
That was an amazing
But I guess it was
deal.
already done by the time.
It was sold in 6 hours.
What?
You have one speed. Go.
Yeah, no, we're doing what's his face quotes.
Yeah.
The guy from
Charlie Sheen.
yeah. What's that other one he says?
Winning.
No,
death is for losers.
Death is for losers. It's like, what does that mean? He's a rock star from Mars.
Whatever. Guy is nuts.
There you go. Hi guys. Typo plus the correction. There you go. Nice. Hi cockeye. Death is for losers.
That's right.
And
no,
what was
that?
that?
Says losers.
Yeah, that says losers.
You need to get Blaze in there and help you with your spelling.
Death is for losers.
Losers.
Big Bear.
1-0.
It's 1-0, bro.
1-0.
And what was the other video we saw recently that said losers? They meant losers. Doggone it.
I don't remember because they didn't read the manual.
I can't believe it. It was like a video that was kind of.
And I think it was somebody we knew.
It is somebody we know, and it was like, do we tell them? You anyway. Completely had the wrong. Anyway.
Hi Heidi.
Hi guys. All right.
No, it was in the title.
No, it was the title.
Yeah, I know. Jason said you only watched 30%. No.
No, that's how you spell losers in the Marine Corps. Although I have to say, tip to the hat, I don't know if you guys heard, but General Mattis has been, well, it's rumored that retired Marine Corps General Mattis has been appointed to Secretary of Defense. But they can't appoint him yet because I found out, I just did a little bit of research. They can't appoint him yet because he has not been out of the Corps for 7 years. He's only been out of the Corps 4 years. But it's pretty much a matter of technicality because the House and Senate, we got this, the Republicans will pass it. They're going to put in legislation to let him in.
Yeah.
But I would have to say that my confidence is slowly being renewed. And I do mean slowly. But it's being renewed.
Yep.
Hey, Hope Sumstead. Okay, so here we go. What was that video? It was loose.
I don't know. It's driving me crazy.
I don't know.
Oh, well.
All right, so guys, tonight we normally talk about homesteady stuff, growing things, bees, milking the cat, whatever. But tonight we're talking tech.
Have a cat.
Okay, so I've got a small plan. Here's the plan for the night. There it is, right there. And I was kind of going to do this. Let's make this kind of like, you remember that? Have you guys? Or sorry, I'm backing up. There's too many things going through my brain. It backs up. It bottlenecks right at the mouth.
Yes, it really does. He has too many things running in his brain, and it bottlenecks right at the mouth. Yeah.
So here's what I was thinking. You know that radio show, the car guys, the what do they call it? Car Talk? The brothers.
Yeah.
The Car Talk?
Yeah.
I think that what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to start talking about stuff that I have prepared. If you have questions, jump in there and we'll do it like Car Talk. We'll try to keep on task, but who knows how it'll go. And so technical questions, here it is, guys. Bring it on. So what I'm going to start with, and then if Mama's going to field the questions,
Because I don't do tech.
No. But she does awesome. Yeah. Heck yeah,
Stop with that.
What?
You? Palmetto and Jason are quoting Meet the...
Okay.
You know.
So, anyway. Recap. Here's what we got for the show, guys. Recap. There's a lot of people that have come on to this live broadcast who were not here in the beginning when we started with just plain basics. So here's the first quiz. I need you guys to all get ready and type like the wind bullseye, because here's the scoop. You've been listening, we've been interacting. What? Okay, if you're sitting down and I want to create video, what would Brad tell you the very first thing is that you need?
A camera.
Okay.
I'm here for comic relief, honey.
What would Brad tell you? What would Brad tell you the first thing you need is? Other than apple juice.
See, Palmetto agrees with me. A camera.
He's wrong.
Jason says 2/3 rule. Hope's Homestead says website.
He's straight up wrong. All y'all are wrong. A topic. Bang. Ding,
nice.
ding, 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 ding. You need content. Content. If you don't have content, there's no reason to have a stinking camera.
Good call.
Wrong. Losing.
Wouldn't be the first time.
This isn't pensively stroking.
Candy
this is
Here.
we have candy editing.
Ooh, almonds.
You never know when you're going to eat candy to edit. Bye.
Almonds.
First thing, guys, no matter what, is content. And there's spousal abuse. Yeah, on me. No, if you don't have a reason to make a video, don't make the stupid video.
True. That's true.
If you don't have content, what are you doing? You're wasting everybody's time, including your own. I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that I kind of just go, I'm glad they're wasting their time. At least they're not out there in society. But
wow.
Hey.
You know, there's that line that a lot of people don't cross.
Mine's over here.
He doesn't have one.
Mine's further down the road.
No.
What?
No, yours is on another continent.
Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So anyway, the bottom line, guys, is content. Here's in the business, the biz. If you're like in news or talk radio or any of those things, content is king. Repeat that with me. Content.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, you got it. You start with content is king. Booyah. Mic drop. Pencil drop.
What the heck?
Drop. If you don't have content, you got nothing. So if you don't have something to say, figure out something to say, or don't. This is a mom thing. If you don't have something good to say, don't say anything at all. I think that should be like the top 10 commandments of YouTube. Okay. If you don't have something good to say, don't say anything at all.
Palmetto said I thought artillery was king.
At least he capitalized king, so that's kind of, you know, he gets points for that. All right, so after content, what's number 2? And I don't mean like Palmetto Paratrooper thinks of number 2, but number 2 like in the chronological sense. What is...
Camera?
What are you doing?
I'm helping.
You just gave them the answer.
You're asking.
I was asking them. What's next after you got content? Oh, of course, we got a camera. Okay, we can move on to step 3, thanks.
Should I just go? You might have a better show if I'm not here.
It's never better when you're not here, baby. Thank you. All right, I can muster the courage to move on. Yes, a camera. A camera is next. And I'll tell you what, the thing is this. A lot of people think you got to go out and spend a ton of money on a camera, and I say to that. You just don't. No. There's okay. When you're thinking about step 2, refer to step 1. If you got a great camera, but you don't have step one, let's say you got $1,000 camera, but step one stunk. It doesn't matter how much you spent on your camera. It's still going to be bad.
Right.
So the camera doesn't matter. You can get an old flip phone and make content that people are just going to love, sitting on your front porch, talking about blah, 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 blah. But if it's something they want to see, they're going to watch it.
Yep.
Do not think you got to go out and spend a bajillion dollars on equipment, because you don't. But by the same token, if you have, say, an iPhone, these things actually have pretty awesome cameras on them.
Yep. Just make sure you turn it sideways.
Yes. Photos like this, video like this. Photos, video. Okay.
It's funny. You can see your reflection.
I know, I saw it too.
That's funny.
Now, I wanted to show you something too, guys, because it's amazing how fast technology works, right? Everything's getting replaced all the time. And I wanted to show you, I have a GoPro Hero 3 that I got here. This is not my main camera. It's just something we do sunset things with, where you can just record it, and then it's just this nice panoramic thing. I use the Canon brand, blah, blah, blah. We can talk about that if you want. But I wanted to show you that you don't have to spend a lot of mic to get a very professional looking camera. Now check this out. I just went right before this show went live. Uh-oh. I didn't bring it. Yeah, I did, but I didn't do it right. Here. So let's go like this. I got to put it in hit the screen. Check that out. That was on eBay right before we started the show. That is a GoPro 3.
$100.
$100. But they'll take less if nobody will bid on it.
Nice.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with that camera,
right.
And it's 10 times better than most iPhones. Right?
Okay, now QuakeLake asks, if you use your phone, will the phone's mic be adequate? Not necessarily.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that. Write that down. Write that down. Write that
I
question
don't have
down.
any paper.
Yes, there's your paper right in front of you. I'll come back to that. Because what do you think the next step is? All right? You've got content is number 1. Camera is number 2. What is number 3 in terms of importance of making videos? Come on, guys. You're my class. You're my students. You got to have this next. Got to have this. It's this, mama.
Yep.
Next. Sound is not next.
No.
Sound is not next.
No, Jason, it's not lightsabers.
Sound is not next. But tacos, they're delightful, but they're not next.
No, it's not sound.
Hot sauce, sound is not it. What is number 3? Fluffy. Lighting. No lighting. You guys all you're missing this. Jeez, oh Pete's. I have failed you. I told you guys all the time, what is the one purchase that you have to make after you get your camera? Thank you. Hilltown winning again. Listening.
Triple word score.
You, sir, have a double star and a check plus plus. Or ma'am. I don't know what Hilltown could be, a girl or a guy. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Tripod winning again. Guys, how many YouTube videos have you seen that's just like, oh my God, it's going to make me throw up. I've got seasickness.
Right. We always call them Shakes the Clown.
Well, in the industry, like if you're in news, if you're like Shaky, they'll make fun of you. In the production room, they'll call you Shakes the Clown, like you got the DTs or something. You know? Shakes the Clown. Tripod. Tripod. And I'm going to put a section B to this section. But here's another thing. You don't have to spend a ton of money on a tripod. I just found this one here, believe it or not, on Amazon. And this is not a professional tripod, but it's good enough for a lot of things. It doesn't have a floating head, but it does have the level on it. And this is important, the spread legs, the leg spreaders. That way you can adjust things and it's nice and steady, right? And this is that Sun Pack one. It's only like $30. And a tripod will, okay, let me see if I'm gonna add to the 10 commandments of the shooting thing we started out with.
Okay.
A tripod covers a multitude of sins.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one in the commandments. Tripods cover a multitude of sins.
That's funny.
It's true. It's true because you know what? Even if you're moving your camera around, unless you're trying to do it on purpose to make a mood,
Mm-hmm.
it just is distracting.
Yeah.
So tripod, absolutely number 3. But now I have part B to that. If a tripod is 3, what would be 3.B? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller.
I know the answer, but I can't give it away.
No, you can't give it away.
No,
and it is
get in trouble again.
It is akin to a tripod. It is not a tripod. It is akin to a tripod.
I forgot to tell Claire that we had that.
Uh-huh.
She was asking if we had that kind of a
Flannel Max is
feature.
getting close. Jedediah, name. Selfie stick, Southwind is winning.
Yep.
Selfie stick, you can take a phone, stick it in this thing, and you can put it away so that you're like, hi guys, and you can get it away from your face so that your arm isn't in the shot,
right,
and it's not shaking all around as bad. You can put a GoPro in one of these things. They're all adjustable. You can usually put a lot of different cameras in one of these things. Yeah, your DSLR will not fit.
No, but
that
your phone will.
Phones will.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of cameras will. And these things are cheap. And guys, a lot of these things now come with remote controls, which is really cool. Like you put your phone up here and then it Wi-Fi's to a remote control that they give you. So you can just go like, hold on. You go, hey, party people of YouTube, blah, 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 blah. Yes, she's hot. Yes, she is. Click. Yeah. And so this is a $10 to $20 investment that can make your shots look a lot better. And I will be open and honest and admit, when these things for like 5 years, I was like,
hated them.
You have to be a loser to use.
Do they have any that will fit an iPad mini?
Yes.
Okay, because
they're adjustable.
Grandma's asking.
They're adjustable. Some of them. Just make sure that the one you pick. By the way, guys, all the stuff we're talking about today, I put extra links down below just so you can see the junk that I have, and also I think I put some links to like the GoPro maybe and some of the other things because you don't have to spend a ton of money. You just don't. And that goes back to point 1. Point 1 is content is king.
Yep.
None of the rest of this matters if you don't have content. I don't care if you got this and you got this and you got this and you got all this stuff. If you don't have content, your video is still going to suck.
Yep. These double as a back scratcher.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Now we've got content, camera, tripod /
selfie stick.
And what would I say would be next? What's next on the list? An embroidery communion.
No, everybody's a comedian.
Communion.
Oh, stop.
I'm just busting her.
I know.
She's a sweetheart. Lighting is wrong.
No.
Lighting is wrong. Lighting is wrong.
No.
Still wrong. Apple juice.
Almonds. Mike, no. Audio, no. Y'all are wrong.
Nope, you're getting closer though. Nobody's getting closer. Hashtags. Ah, she was listening. See, I knew I shouldn't have given my trick away. I knew I shouldn't have given my trick away.
Content, camera, tripod stick, electricity.
Yes.
Yep.
Now this, I will tell you, this pick of mine is controversial.
Well, well, ish. I mean,
You know what? I'm sorry. I have to actually, in retrospect, I have to recant my list. Whoever said microphones is right, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Content, camera, tripod, microphone. Because I was sitting here thinking, and I'm just like, you know what? It's not fair to do it the way I'm going to do it, and you'll see why. You'll totally see why. But yes, a microphone, any kind of microphone. Now, here's the thing, guys. If you have like a pretty modern phone, as long as you're close to it and there's not a lot of background noise, you're fine. It's going to sound great.
You're not having a lot of wind, then.
Ted Cat.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't go on the camera.
Right.
You need something else.
The point is this: is if you're doing your videos inside and you're just close to your camera, it's not going to be bad. All right. But if you're sticking it way out there, all of a sudden it's going to start sounding thin and gross. Right.
Right.
So what do? If you're using a phone, you get one of these.
Don't drop it.
These little guys. I think they're like $40. This is made by a professional company. This is not like Chinese junk. It plugs right into your phone, just like that. And now you got a professional microphone. You can plug your headphones in there, point it at the people you're recording, whatever you want to do. It's made by a company called Rode, Rode. This is actually a professional microphone. And I've recorded stuff with my voice. Like, for example, I did a video on like why we homestead, and I got so many comments from people that were like, "Oh my gosh, you have such a radio voice and it sounds so great." It was a $40 microphone.
Yeah.
I was just like, blah blah blah.
Night, Chris.
And it plugs into your camera, and you get one of these things with it. This is called a dead cat. It's not really a cat. It's just a wind. It resists the wind. You put it on here, and that way you don't hear the right. So a microphone is important. You can spend a lot of money on microphones, guys, and I have, and I will tell you this. Generally, if you spend from $0 to $100, you're generally not going to get a good microphone unless you get the ever once off. Just I can't believe this good deal.
Right.
It's just generally if you're spending $40, you're going to get crap. But every once in a while you get the exception to the rule. If you spend like in the $200 to $300 range, you're going to get a professional microphone. It's just you're going to get a professional microphone. This is the one that I use. It was $250. This is a professional microphone that you could be using to actually put together real live productions as long as you're close to them. And don't forget, all the links are down below. You can check it out later. But when they make movies, guys, think about it like this. When they make movies, they got a dude standing there with a pole, and it's fished way out there, and then they got a really expensive microphone that's extremely directional, right? Those microphones are like $3,000. And they're on a special mount, and they got to hold it, and they got to point it right in the face. Microphones are one of those things that you got to find the good deals, because there are cheap microphones that are actually good, but most are crap. Then you get into the mid-range, and it's like, okay, sounds pretty good, and then there's some things that you don't have to spend $1,000 to make it sound like really good. Like you can take this microphone, like which I said I paid $250 for, and if I put it right here close to me and make sure my levels are right, you wouldn't know it was not recorded in some big studio.
Right.
He's right. Palmetto Paratrooper's right.
Right. Grandma, these plug into the headphone jack. So.
Yeah. And the links are below. You can check it out. But microphones, guys, the stuff that's built into your camcorders and the stuff that's built into your phones, like I said, it's okay. It's not great. It's okay. But please let me refer back to step 1, which is content is king. If you got $1,000 microphone and you don't have content, you got crap.
Right.
It ain't gonna matter.
Right.
It ain't gonna matter. So microphones absolutely super important. Any questions, Mama?
Sherry's asking, or well, she says, I wonder if GoPro has a mic to plug in with a dead kitty.
They have GoPro has so many different offshoots of other companies that make stuff for them.
Yeah.
The problem is this, like they make all those protective cases that go around it, and then it covers up their inputs.
Yeah.
So you got a plastic thing that covers that up. And so there are products that are out there, Sherry, and they're good. They're good. You got to hunt them out because GoPro is really, really bad about making sure that every stinking camera version they bring out, you got to buy all new goodies. They don't make it so it translates. No, and they do that on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, it is an action cam.
It is an action cam.
I use my phone because the Generation 1 GoPro has horrible audio.
That's true. That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
So anyway, but what can you afford and what will you be able to use? I agree. Simply Circus.
Yeah.
I've been saying this since day one. You don't have to spend a lot of money on all this stuff. You don't. What you have to do is have content. Then you kind of whittle your way down and go, all right, what can I afford, and then what is prioritized?
Right.
That's what's important.
Right. Homestead remembrance. A dead kitty or a dead cat is.
It's a wind reducer.
It's a windscreen. Here's your microphone that you put on your phone. This.
No, don't do it like that.
This is why he's techie, not me. Why wouldn't it just?
It does.
Okay, fine. So it's a windscreen.
Okay. So, but the reason why you're not supposed to do that is because inside this little part here is the diaphragm.
Gotcha.
And no, it's not the kind you're thinking of, Big Bear. It's the piece of the microphone that actually vibrates and changes the mechanical energy into electrical energy.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know that.
Well, I offered to buy you one for Christmas. You turned. Well, on that note.
Alrighty then.
All right. Do we have any questions, or are we moving on to the next portion?
Well, so this was kind of answered, yes? We kind of talked about that.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. We got gnats out here all of a sudden.
I know, it's ridiculous because of the apple juice.
Yeah. It's what helps you sing, like auto-tune. Oh my gosh. I hate auto-tune. And I love auto-tune. Yeah. It's an enigma. Okay. All right, next thing. We got content, camera, and these are the right order. Tripod, microphone. What's next? And I will stand by this. This one, I think you're going to disagree with me on.
Me?
No, them.
Oh, okay.
What's next after a microphone? Lighting. No.
No.
Lighting is incorrect. Lighting, no. Composition. I would tie composition in with content.
Yeah.
.com.
No.
Editing software.
Yay.
Winning. Simply Circus. Because editing software, okay. A lot of you guys are probably thinking in your minds, lighting. Well, you know what we have, which is an audience. Really funny. You know which is what we have that's awesome is this big glowing ball that goes from one part of the sky, and for whatever reason, it arcs over and then it goes down at nighttime. And it's really bright. It's really bright. And all you got to do is plan your shoot around that orb that's on fire that gives you the brightness.
Nice. What about a computer?
You can't have software without a computer, so that's an assumption.
Well, no.
No. Hey, whoa. I could go with pencils. No. Software.
No. Well, Claire, our daughter Living Like Claire, she does her videos on her phone, and then she uploads them, or she edits them, I should say, on her phone with iMovie.
Yep.
And then she uploads them through her phone.
Okay, before you helped her out, how long did she try to upload that video? And you've just made my point. Thank you.
I know.
4 hours.
It took a long time, and then
And she never figured it out.
No.
And she never asked me. Weird. I don't know. Guy kind of knows tech. She never muttered
She
word
asked
one.
me, and I'm like, here, let's plug it into the Mac, and then drag and drop it, put it on the desktop, and then upload it through there, and it was done in what, 3 minutes?
Okay, I'm seeing some comments, and I do wanna remark on it. How important is it having people to watch? Yes, I think having an audience is pretty important, and I'm gonna say no, absolutely not, and I'll tell you why. Because when you have something that you want to say, when you have content that you feel is important enough to go through all this crap to get it done, to make a product that somebody can watch, you're not, hopefully your motivation is not like, well, geez, I hope I have 400 people that'll watch this. If not, I don't want to make it. Well, no, honestly though, honestly, the thing is this: your audience is going to find you, and that's the best way I can say it. Your audience is going to find you. You keep putting out what you think is good content, and they're going to find you. It's not the other way around. You don't just go like, well, I'm not going to make it unless they'll come.
Well, okay, and Tactical Texan was saying something about the light. What if you have a day job and you can only do videos at night?
Perfect.
Well,
solution.
Light bulbs.
Well, okay, Tactical Texan.
Lamps.
Here's the thing. Every camera in the world can adjust to the color of the light that you're giving it. So if you're looking at, like, if you're outside, everything looks kind of bright and yellow and alive, right? And then you walk inside and there's fluorescent light bulbs and they kind of look gloomy and blue, like cold. And sometimes you go into like CFL bulb land and it looks a little bit off. You can adjust the camera to tell it, hey, this color of light that you're seeing, that's daylight. This thing is just a computer, guys. That's all it is.
Yeah.
All this thing is a computer. All this thing is here is a computer. And you can tell it, hey, what you think is white, no, that's yellow. I want this to be white. And so when you're saying if you're working at night and stuff and you got to use artificial lighting, fine. Just in your camera, adjust it so that you tell the camera, this is white. You say, hey, this is white. And notice, even look at that. There's a perfect example. Watch this. If it's back here, I'm saying this is white. What happens when I get it closer? It's going to start to adjust the shutter. It's the same thing as with color. It's just a computer. It's trying to shut down the light. All it is a computer.
Yep.
Especially since making good videos is time consuming. I don't really make videos. Yeah. Homestead Remembrance. I found your channel by searching artisan bread. Oh, thank you. Cool.
Very cool.
But isn't that part of lighting, and you can't fix it all if
you can't fix all of it in post.
Well, yes and no. You can't fix badly filmed video. But what I will say is this. If you have a choice between spending $350 on lights or $350 on a professional editing software, my money's on the software all day long. Because there's so much more you can do. And that gives me an excellent point to show you. Okay, today, guys, I edited a silly video. It was on our hay. Like, we made this stupid hay barn, like a mini barn. It's not a barn. We have a frame with cattle panels. And I'm going to bring this up and show you. Hopefully I can remember how to do this. So we're going to go like this. I'm going to go to monitor capture. Here, I can't see you anymore, but check this out. First of all, you can't do that without an okay software. You just can't make that title. So did you see that transition? Watch this. Without any further ado, let's get cracking. See that? Transition? Transition. So here our home. You can't do that without actual software. Everything that I filmed this whole entire video, all was done during the day. It was very hazy out, but I had enough light to do the job. That text on the bottom is called a crawl. But watch. Here we go over here.
Fence over the top, just like the other one. We've got the wire. It's all wire tied together. Some of it's nailed down, but we got all that junk. Sorry, I'm confused. Junk in front of there, like
That's with no lighting. You can still see my face. No orb of fire in the sky.
Yeah, it was
swimming
very
pool.
overcast
That's
today.
just to keep these yahoos from getting in there and eating it up because they keep trying, but we will thwart their plans. So now once
Do you see that transition? All right, I got to get back over here and get out of this. Okay. Looking at comments. We were in a comment dearth just then.
Oh, it doesn't look like there were hardly any.
No.
Mm-mm.
But if you have bad lighting, the editing software doesn't. No. My point is not. My point is you can plan out your shots.
Yeah.
You can plan your shots out when there is good lighting or create good lighting with reflectors and different kind of things like that. But software can add a whole new element. Like if you're trying to edit in your phone, oh man. So my next suggestion is absolutely lighting.
Yeah.
Lighting. And you guys can choose whatever you think is important. I'm just trying to pick out what I think is like the absolute order of operations. Content. If you don't have content, nothing else matters.
Right.
Then you got to have a camera. Then you got to keep it so that your shots don't make people want to get sick.
Right.
Tripod, selfie stick. Then you got to have a microphone so you can give them good audio, because if they don't have good audio, they're probably going to click away, right? Then I say software, and I knew this was going to be controversial. Software, because you can do a lot with software. You can tweak the lighting. But if you start boosting levels too much, it's going to get all grainy. If you start darkening things up too much, it's going to get weird. But you can pick the times of day that you're going to film so that you know your lighting is going to be okay.
Right.
Then lights. I'm not dragging these studio lights out into the yard.
No.
I'm not going to do it. It's not like a professional shoot.
No.
They're for in here. I mean, and I'm not going to spend $2,000 on a good RE studio light.
And you'll sometimes, our kitchen is very bright, but sometimes he'll bring one of those in there if it's a gloomy day.
Just depending on the light coming in from the window.
Yeah. And then we have daylight LED light bulbs in our ceiling fan. I edited
Oh
my
no.
videos.
I'm reading that too. Read it out loud.
I edited my videos really well on iMovie, but then they wouldn't upload and I had to send each piece up separately and edit on YouTube. Oh, boo, that is horrible.
See, there you go. There's software out there that's either free or cheap that you would never have to mess with that again.
Right.
And actually, iPad movie makers should do that.
What is Claire? Does she use iMovie? Yes,
I
she
think
uses
so.
iMovie. Yeah, she bought that with her own money.
I spent about $100 on soft boxes and a ring light, and you know what? It makes all the difference in the world. Hey, Jen.
Hey.
Snuck in from a work gathering to say hi, heart. We'll have to watch later.
Yeah.
Thanks for mentioning that, bandana. Hey, JM. Yeah, so bottom line, guys, is you don't have to have a lot of money to do this.
Nope.
I showed you. I mean, tripod. If you're talking the important things are going to cost you $250. Yeah, that's a lot of money for some people, and I am that some people. The only reason why I have good gear is because I used to do this.
Well, and yeah, we bought all this when we
had money.
Yeah.
Right. They say Windows Movie Maker doesn't Windows. It does.
Movie Maker doesn't work on Windows 10.
It does for me. I've actually used it.
Oh, okay.
No, I've used it. And which is kind of funny because sometimes it's better to use that. Matter of fact, when Tommy from the Off Grid Nation and I used to do, what do we call it? We called the Homestead Nation.
Mm-hmm.
We would do interviews with other channels. And the only way I could get the video output, for whatever reason, I had to put it through Movie Maker.
All right, Palmetto says, I got a free software called Hit Film Express, made by YouTubers for YouTubers. I spent $10 on one feature to get the full version minus all the professional bells and whistles that I can buy later.
Cool.
Cool.
$10, man, I'm in. Everything we do is Movie Maker, working on my transitions. But hey, I draw on people, LOL videos.
Videos are a different medium.
And you know what? That's true. That's true.
That's funny.
Ha ha ha. I have to do that too, Bread. Pre-render before I can edit it fully to render. Oh, she saw what I was doing with the all the red ones. Yeah.
Funny.
I only did that because I actually don't usually pre-render stuff because I know what it's going to look like, but I did it because I didn't want to make it mess up playing back for you guys. Hey, hey, Eric.
He's been here the whole time. You didn't see him earlier?
I haven't looked at this because that was your job.
Okay. Sorry.
That was your job.
Hi, Eric.
Dude, I hope you're warm in your, wood-heated palace. Not all of us have a wood moisture tester, but I know you do. And he's not afraid to use it. And I'll tell you another thing. If you don't know about heating your house with wood, you need to go over to Life and Farmland because Eric is the business. Okay. That's all true.
Okay. We have Sheriff, I don't know, but haven't tried Seraph. Okay.
Seraph.
Okay. Tried anything with it except for home use.
All right.
Bandana Grandma hasn't used Skype yet.
What? I'll tell you what. Hey guys, one quick thing, and I'm sorry to do it. I just whatever. Here it is. Booyah commercial. If this stuff is actually valuable to you guys and you have a couple bucks, please, if you're in a situation that we're in, don't even consider this. But if you have a couple bucks and you're like, hey, I like this, and you don't mind throwing us a bone, we would greatly appreciate it. If not, honestly, hang out. Nobody will know. We won't know. But I kind of feel like if I don't ask, nothing's going to happen. The end. Here we go.
You know the carousel package that's been going around since Palmetto Paratrooper sent it out?
Yeah, nobody liked us.
No, we didn't get it.
No.
That's okay.
Nobody liked us.
That's fine. But Life and Farmland got it. In the beginning of his video, this box was all smashed up, shoved into their mailbox.
I hope he gave a new box.
No. It was a joke. It was a box full of old dirty socks.
That's funny. I love Eric.
They did have the real package set aside. It was quite comical. How do you use it? Skype?
How do you use it? Skype?
How do you use Skype, maybe?
Can people do a one-time donation? No, Jen, you can. You can.
Yeah.
But you just sign on and then you click it off. Because they ask you every month.
Right.
That's what's nice. So like if you're like, I just wanted to give, $3 or whatever you wanted to give, you can say, hey, I'm gonna give a donation of $3. Then next month they're gonna email you and say, hey, do you really want to give another $3? And you can be like, nope. and we'll never know. We'll never know.
No.
So.
Oh, Bandana Grandma and Cockeyed Homesteader talking back and forth.
Okay.
About Facebook calls.
See, that's my danger. I jump into conversations that are already being had. And I'm like, I should comment on that.
No. Heaven help us. I use Movie Maker with Windows 10 and had to download for free Make software to convert old type video files from old camera.
Well, let me tell you about this. Yes, on that. Hey, Mr. Rain. FreeMake. If you guys don't know about FreeMake software, you need to know about FreeMake software. You can, it's a converter. It'll take any kind of file format and make it into any other kind of format, and hence the name FreeMake. You guessed it, it's free. But how I use it a lot is you can actually just grab a URL, like the address from any YouTube video. You can put it in there in a FreeMake, and it'll download the video at the highest possible quality, right? And that way you have that video on your hard drive, right? What's cool about that? Okay, guys, you guys know we're homesteaders. You know we're preparedness. You know we're, I guess you could call us preppers or whatever.
No, we're homesteaders. We're not preppers.
Here's the thing. We feel like you should have as much stuff tangible in your hands as you can. Print out, important documents, that kind of sort of thing. And even videos. Like, I mean, if there was an EMP, then all bets are off. But if just the electricity went down, you could, if you had a generator, you could still have access to all your files if you had them on your hard drive. And so I grab the videos that I feel like are very, very important stuff, and I put them on a hard drive. I probably have 1,000 videos on preparedness and, like how to deal with wounds and emergency this and that kind of stuff. And, as long as there's not an EMP, I'll be able to access that stuff because I have a generator and I have blah, 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 blah.
Right.
So anyway, FreeMake software. Janet, I thought you were going to say something.
I thought you were going to say something.
About what?
FreeMake software.
Photon torpedoes.
No, Jason was asking if we can learn how to make lightsabers now.
Yeah. Nobody uses After Effects in this room.
Nope.
And there's no reason to use it on YouTube.
Nope.
You were deceived.
Yep.
And your beard is shorter than mine. And
you left your coat here.
Yeah, we got your coat. And I've been wearing my core hat where you got some, what is that thing he's got on his head, baby?
You be quiet.
And whenever you say something offensive, you can just go, just saying.
And that just makes it okay.
Just saying.
EMT doesn't exist.
EMT?
EMP.
No. At Subway, you can get a BMT.
Oh my gosh. After Effects is why Hollywood has fireball grenades.
Yes. Don't hate on the
bush hat.
What's bush hat?
It's an Australian hat. Let's call it a bush hat.
I got one too. Go grab mine.
Okay.
If he ain't gonna wear his Marine Corps hat, well, I guess I won't have to wear mine anymore either. Game on.
It's crooked. My hat's crooked.
It's not also. That's better. Like that. Like that guy.
Fred Crampit? What? No.
I don't know.
Whatever his name is.
Culture, Brad. It's called culture.
Whatever.
You gotta, I don't know what to do with this
thing. You gotta, no, sideways. Like these.
No, that's horrible. That is so raging. Not what I was going to say. Okay. It's a 3-letter word that rhymes with hay.
Day?
Close. Anyway.
I just got a Hutu 64 flash drive lightning upload thingy.
Woo!
And was actually able to figure out how to free up iPad space to put videos on it and then plug it into my CPU. Cool. I need one of those for my phone. My phone only holds 16. Well, not even that anymore.
Well,
it looks like the guy from Jurassic Park.
Now, I was dropped on my head as a child a lot, so I cannot remember if are we supposed to go to somebody else's channel after this? You guys will know because it's only the network I created. It's so stupid that I would not know. Let's just go over to Palmetto Paratrooper's house. Everybody get in your car. We're going. We're driving over. Just
Yes.
flash the lights.
Full spectrum
Flash.
survival is on next.
Oh.
Face palm.
Well, flash the lights so Palmetto doesn't shoot you.
There you go.
He'll know.
Batteries.
And actually, this is perfect. This is kind of like he's all like down in the bushes and stuff. He's cool, man. The dude knows what's what.
Okay.
I like him. And his name's Brad too. That helps. I think I'm gonna have no full spectrum survival.
I know. I got confused there for a second.
Holy smokes!
Those are not open.
These are not open.
Which is shocking.
All right, we're gonna have a giveaway. Now.
I thought you were gonna slam them down on the table.
Giveaway time. These are filled Twizzlers. And if you've never had a filled Twizzler, guys,
you're missing out.
It's like sweet in the middle. If you're a diabetic, probably like me, you're going to love them. You're going to love them. No, it's not that. It's not at all.
Picking numbers already.
You guys, what can be the question?
I don't know.
Okay, let me see. Oh, I know. Right. The question is, no. Yes?
Nothing.
Well, most of you guys, I'm looking at the names, and so most of you guys watch our other stuff. So when Jason and his family was spending some time with us up here, right? Mm-hmm. Jason may have had to do some charades. What was Jason's charade that he had to do that dealt with, say, dancing? You can't win, Jason. Don't say it. No,
he can't win. Okay, Bandana Grandma's asking, you were never a Boy Scout, were you?
I was a Boy Scout.
You were.
Life Scout.
Yep.
Then girls got important.
Yeah.
Tinkerbell, no. I said dancer.
Dancer. Tinkerbell's not a dancer.
I said dancer. You do this. Who's going to win the delightful Twizzlers? And these are actually really good. Ballerina, Sibler Stickers, wins the Twizzlers. You got to private message me your address and you will be.
Get their address.
Huh?
I'll get their address.
Private message it.
Oh, yeah.
Then you will be the recipient of Twizzlers.
Right. I was Ariel.
My wife threw that. She wrecked that for me. I had it in the bag.
You didn't tell me we had to go at the same time.
I said it. Selfie stick.
Come here. Can I see this?
It's not a wand.
No, I'm just going to smack you with it. No, Jason, you don't get a pat.
Nope. Time out. Anyway.
Okay.
All right, guys. Honestly, hold on one quick second though before we do go. Even if you guys, I got something I got to convey to you. Honestly, seriously.
You need to put your hat back on.
Stop. Just stop. A lot of you guys know that we've been trying to help out Jay Knowles area, that area of West Virginia, Ohio, Northern Kentucky, right in that corner, like the tri-state where all the coal stuff is going on. And these people have nothing. All their jobs have been gone. And we were over at Jay Knowles' house, and he was talking about the need for clothing. And I got off the phone with him like a half hour before we came onto this program, and he told me he was talking to the parish priest, and we've been sending clothes to them because they've been asking for clothes. And I just want you to know that it's working. Keep it going. They are blown away by how much support you guys are pouring out. And let's just say that it's making an impact that I did not ever think it would. These people need basics like clothes, okay? You can tell. No. Anyway, so they need it, and well, that's it. You guys have a great night.